So you don't even have like hobbies. You don't go, to strip clubs. Yeah, like, hey, go check out.
There used to be a strip club in town. I think it was very popular. Munyu and Gabriel Road. I think I remember Applebee's.
Applebee's, yes. Apple
Okoluduli. You even know where it is?
Bro, strip clubs and me, bro. You're joking.
I don't think I found myself in a strip club.
You'd be shocked that nobody has gone to a strip club if you ask them. But they are all over the place. But nobody has gone.
Nobody has gone
Nobody
to a
has
strip
been
club.
to a strip club. But
The interesting part of life is that we are very dishonest.
that's the thing.
We are.
That's the thing. Why is it a big deal, bro? The strip clubs exist. They are here. There are women who are working in there. There are people who are serving. Who goes there? Is it your alter ego? I think.
Asha. So you told me even you went to
Bible school. Bible school. Made it after 3 months.
3 months of Bible school.
Or Bible school.
And how was
I had
it?
to cram 60 verses before I left.
And then how was it?
It was good because I learned some discipline. I was very indisciplined. But those guys lied to me, man.
Why did they lie
Those
to you?
guys were bomoing chicks. Me, I'm Uko Mahoya. I'm a guy of Mahoya because I knew, this is God is going to strike me. If I knew, with my hindsight, you guys would have feared enough for those things. I would have done, man. And they used to bring themselves. I don't, because I was young, I don't see it.
Are they sisters or mother?
No, it wasn't a seminary or anything like that. It was a Word of Life Bible school.
You see, that is the problem. Same thing here. I mean, my girlfriend got pregnant and I was excommunicated from church. And I mean, I'm excommunicated. Then the same guys who excommunicate me years later come and tell me, bro, Paul, you remember sister X and sister Y? I forget. And I'm thinking, why in God's name would you stand and accuse me of things that I had not done? I mean, unfortunately, I got caught up in something that maybe I shouldn't have been caught. The first time and somebody's pregnant and you hide and still pretend that nothing happened. So we are all very dishonest people. That's why we keep saying...
That is crazy, though.
We keep saying...
Because what else did they do?
That you didn't know.
I mean, just think about it.
I learned even one guy was gay. And I mean...
now see that.
It's a sad thing. It's a sad reality, and the truth is that nobody has been to a strip club.
Yeah.
Even Kibe.
Even Kibe doesn't go to strip clubs.
Yes, you see.
But they are doing very good business.
They are not complaining.
They're not even advertising. They don't need to.
No. But honestly, are there any strip clubs in Nairobi?
Oh, bro. Probably more than you can count.
Serious?
I had a chica used to Bomoa. She told me she's working in one of the strip clubs in Lavington. I'm like, why do I keep attracting hoes, man? I have to...
You not had a pastor call you and say, I like you as an individual. Maybe I can introduce you to my mom and dad. Ohonoke, you take the straight and narrow path, and
they always think they can help me.
And then?
Yeah, they always think they can help me. So they always talk about me like, one day, you're going to go back to God and you shall be the greatest pastor ever. And I'm like, I have too much information. I have too much data.
Maybe if you're a pastor, then you...
You see, I've been on both sides.
Oh, yes, you've been on both sides, the other side and this side.
I trained for 3 months. I studied under a pastor for a very long time. So I know both sides. And this guy that I studied under, and he was my buddy, my best friend, he used to hide his alcoholism. So every time I pick him up in the morning, I'm smelling that car, and I'm like... But in my mind, I can't do... Because I'm not drinking at that time. So I'm smelling, I'm like, ni viatu? Nini? One day when us fools got married, when we got married, his wife came and told me, I have a confession. And I'm like, confession? I always knew this chick wants me. He's like,
You're thinking now, I'm
thinking with my dick. And she tells me, your body is a drunkard. So I sat there, and it all just came to me at that moment. I'm like, you puny motherfucker. And not only that, this guy was fiakanai the whole time we had the chat.
With all the ashes.
Yeah, so there was like a chick come, he starts fiakaning, she's made an asher. So me, I'm the guy who was like this, struggling because we were struggling with it. Them, they were not struggling.
I
would struggle. I would even go to the pastor and confess, hey, you guys, Jana,
you nearly fell off the wagon.
No, I tell him I have fallen off. I tell him, hey, Jana, there used to be a chick called worms. So I tell him, hey, that worms, man, hey, I need more prayers. Because for me, I was really trying to be the good guy. At times, the guy is sitting there listening to me. He's probably making plans to go fake one of the answers in the evening.
And he's telling you need to pray.
Oh, yeah, well, and we live and pray.
To cast the demon out.
We had a church right across our office. So when things were hard, maybe a deal has not gone through, we would go to the church and by force, by fire for 2 hours.
Yes.
Nonsense. I go back there. You must be crazy.
The truth is that part of the reason I think why people struggle with religion, in my honest belief, I think, is that we are not truly honest as a people and as a society. And that struggle of honesty is a big problem. And if we could be honest, then suddenly you'll find a very new way of doing things. I'll give you an example. Is that if most churches, for instance, would embrace what is there with all the Islam appreciation of multiple wives, the issue of having kids and wives out there would be done away with. But our very religious entities are not being honest with our congregants. And it makes people not trust everything else that they find on the table. And that in itself becomes a problem. And people like Kibe, who are really on the forefront, they pull back. And you don't want to be part of that process because deep down within you is that...
That's a dishonest process.
Yes. And that is what life is. Life is a game that you must learn is very individualistic. Because if you take a collective approach and you constantly believe in what you see is what you get, you'll be disappointed. I mean, how many men have I not seen who are finding women with big behinds because they love them with big boobs? Then what happens when they get home? She chomoas another thing and she's a flat screen.
Yeah, the chick who did that to me at 18.
Oh, God.
I didn't know, I was so drunk.
Kwa kanani.
Yeah, kwa kanani. I was so drunk. I was like, so I'm leaving, Those days, I was just leaving 18. So, I got an opportunistic cheapo chotted herself with me. You get those days, at that time, I had a clean blue Subaru. Double. Very nice.
Twin turbo.
So, because I'd broken my leg, they used to allow me to park at the entrance. So, me and never used to have to go tough time parking. So, if I shot at somebody, we would all get in at the door. Yeah. So, she would get some privileges just by being my chile. She shot at herself. We went to the room. My digs.
Uko Langata.
Apo Langata too, I was doing another place there. That's some puny shit.
You had lived there, you had wanted to be the MP, so
I wanted to be the MP of like, hey, you guys, I'd have some stupid dreams. Yeah. So this chick Chomo has a trial. And it's sponge. Fuck. But I'm so drunk, but I'm looking around like,
something has
she just played me. But now, who has time to go back to 18 to collect something? I was like, whatever, man. So I feared it. So in the morning, she got up very early, she left because she didn't want us to have that discussion. I met her 2 years later. And then she's telling me, now I have the real one. Oh, fuck you, man. I ain't got time for your bullshit.
You didn't think it was a real thing anymore.
Bro, I didn't even want to try. A chick probably has a dick, I don't know.
That's a problem with life. You look at, online life. When you look at people posting cars and sitting in business class and first class, when I travel, I find that a lot. I will sit where I want to sit. If I like the flights on a long flight, I'll sit in economy. If I want to, I think it's a long flight, I'll sit in business. And for me, I don't need to feel justified to justify somebody why I have started in economy in business. But if you're fortunate enough to sit in business, and you will let the whole world know.
Quick fast.
Yeah?
Yesterday I was on Jumbo Jet. And they gave me a free meal. And you guys posted that shit up like a langa. Should have seen me. Only these guys. I'd never been from Diani to Nairobi. Never used Jumbo Jet. I hate the PR that they got. So now I was checking the flights and I was like, Jumbo Jet is so much cheaper. So when I took the Jumbo Jet, a bigger flight, and then there's even breakfast. I mean, I've been judging these guys too harshly. So I tweeted about it. Imagine if I was given first class.
You see, now
you're going to be like a bitch there. Oh! But now this is your lifestyle.
I mean, it doesn't hurt you to be simple. And it doesn't. My mother used to tell me something, and I believe to be true, is that I sincerely don't appreciate people who call you boss, sir. When you work with me, I'll always tell you, call me George or Njoroge, whatever is easier for you. As long as in the mutual respect, we'll make money. At the end of the day, what keeps us going is money. These are the drama of calling each other boss and all will not help us. School fees, the end of the month will come and they want money. They don't care about whether you are the boss or nothing. They just want money.
These titles mean nothing.
They mean nothing. I mean, I see people struggle in debt and are heavily indebted to support a lifestyle that is full of a facade. But unfortunately, the society has been designed that way. And it's a very unfair position to be at, as it were, because it disadvantages people to get the real people. Let me tell you, Kibe, I have learned to appreciate a very small circle of people who will know my struggles and will know my work, but will know my stand in the things I like. I mean, I have a personality on my social media which is completely different from the person I am in private. But through it all, I try and endeavor to be as honest as I can be.
All the time.
I love your credibility. I mean, you tell me, you say you're a truthful man.
And I try as much as possible to be. Yeah.
And that's the ideology that we want to stand by, is that our way of life has not to be attracted by this mundane madness. Instagram is full of very fake things. Well, it makes money for people, but through it all, it has a lot of plasticity. And the real persons are not there. You meet the person offline or from this social media, you're wondering, this person really, really has deep struggles and deep issues. But online, they...
So why lie?
I mean, same thing. Endeavor to have a genuine way of life.
So